Wanna cuddle up, no teddy bear rubbing or loving. In the 76 Nova, with acoustic amp subbing. Zips and zones, your mama won't condone. Kilogram trafficking, hella bread stacking on low key. Hella slunderous, try to take a nigga's bread, they turn up murderous. Sick of niggas had enough of y'all shit. Cause you ain't ready for this potent top. Put it on the gooch, the shit that I spit. 9 proof, my niggas in the place raise the roof. It's on the gooch, the shit that I spit. 9 proof, my niggas in the place raise the roof. It's on the gooch, the shit that I spit. 9 proof, my niggas in the place raise the roof. It's on the gooch, the shit that I spit. 9 proof, my niggas in the place raise the roof. From the sack to the track, revenues multiply.
Way too hard for TV, rare hoes and real riders is all niggas see, like red please. Believe it or not, keep them blocks straight high, cause that's how I check the knot, and I can't be caught. That means I smooth shake the spot with my black plastic Glock and the sound of buckshots, man, get high. Machine gun Kenny at the drug spot on the Deuce 4 block, cause that's how I sell my rocks, fat talk. And then slow-mo, we hit your block up. Under your nails, I reach a bird from your flock, talk, nigga. Watch us walk the walk, it's some outline chalk, cause real killers don't talk.
We make shit pop on the daily, keep this shit cracking. Me and Maniac and my dog that be out making, take these fools on the journey. It don't stop, take them all away from Beacom to the Deuce 4 block. The Road City hit the corner, making something happen. Making nothing but family and green leaves, I'm stacking. Break them down in the drought season, man, come find me. Fuck up them Road City players if you feel me.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
I love these young G's.
PDIF, and welcome to another episode of the PDXDOPE Live Podcast. Yes, I'm your host, Mr. Ray Nelson Jr., a.k.a. the Valor, a.k.a. Ray G. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I had the day off today, so I got an early start on my weekend. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So all I did was chill out all day, went out and had a bite to eat, and took a long nap. So it's been pretty productive, I'll say, for me anyway, on a Friday, extra day off. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with this show. Now, let me go ahead and get my team on the spot. We got Ivory Mays in the building. What's up with you, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, ain't shit. Getting to it. Next up, we got my man Elijah Jackson in the building. What's happening? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
What's cracking?
Oh, you got it. Yep, ready to go ahead and get it started. Shit. What's been happening?
Man, it sound like work for everybody. Working these damn kids just got back from getting lunch from this WWE shit.
Oh, you did? That was today?
Yeah.
All right on.
Yeah, so just went and got him from that shit and then did some little grocery shopping. Tired of these goddamn grocery stores and all this inflation. So I just went and spent $300 and feel like I walked out with $100 worth of groceries.
I know the feeling, brother.
Plus, I'm doing everything organic with my produce, so they really been busting my ass.
Yeah, we talked about that shit, like juicing,
yeah,
right?
Man, they been lighting my ass up.
The cost of juicing. Well, I guess you could look at it in a couple of ways. You could either take care of that shit,
pay that big hospital bill.
Yeah, medication and all that type of shit that ain't good for you. Yeah, man, there's been some crazy shit going on. Some stories around in Portland, though. They
Yes,
found a man and a woman killed over there by Woodline, right?
Yeah, well, some youngsters, well, not that young, 27 and 30, but young nonetheless.
Right. Yeah, I heard about that. And they haven't identified the victims yet.
Yes, they did.
Oh, they did? I didn't
Yeah.
get any of that.
Yeah, they identified them.
So do black people?
Yep. 27-year-old female, 30-year-old male.
Man, this won't stop. So last Friday's show, we had another. It was a homicide too, right?
It was
a triple homicide, right?
Yep.
That was the triple homicide. Now
it's stay jumping around this thing.
Man, listen,
like I said, that's why, I mean, either stay out the way or stay ready, man. I mean, but sometimes, unfortunately, that's not even enough.
You just thought the idea, man. It's like I said last week, there ain't no guarantees you get the W. You just got to make sure that you have a fighting chance, you know, to be able to try to defend yourself.
Stay ready, but I mean, ain't no guarantee that's going to pan out. But I mean, give yourself, like you said, the best opportunity.
Because man, this is just craziness, man. Like all these shootings and killings in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, man. That's where I'll be like. A lot of times I'll be thinking about making a move. I'll be like, man, I'm cool where I'm at, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you just pop in and pop out.
Right.
You know? And stay away from certain environments, you know, and just really.
Yeah, especially because, you know, that kind of shit attracts me. Sadly to say, but I mean, it's just in me. I mean, from that aspect, I mean, I tell everybody all the time, when I go out of town. What about it, baby? It's Elijah's. When I go out of town, first place I want to go is the hood. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't going to, I want to go where they do, but I still want to go to the hood though. Like, I don't want to, you know, sit around in the ritzy part all. I mean, it's cool to reside there, but I mean, I gotta go touch, man, the people, bro. But I mean, I also know my cue. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not the motherfucker that's sitting in the hood in the club at 3 a.m. either, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I know how to go touch it and keep it pushing.
Yeah, nah, man. You know, yeah, man. That's some crazy. That shit's crazy, bro. Just thinking about that.
I mean, even out the country, I'm that way. Like, I'm not sitting on a resort. I refuse to. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go be with the people. Like, where, I mean, shit. You remember I was down there when they got Christopher Cope in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, listen.
And they was telling everybody like, don't go here, don't go there. And I'm like, I mean, but they always tell Tori, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna just go and just go through this one little story you take me to, man. Like, I know how to move, bro. Like, we got a few hours, I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not
right.
And get nobody business, but at the same time, man, I'm finna go fuck with the people. Y'all scared of them. You know what I'm saying? They people just like y'all. If you ain't over there fucking with them, they not worried about you like that.
Yeah, but it's volatile.
I mean, it absolutely, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it definitely is, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the way I've always moved.
Yeah, no, I got you. I mean, we all got a little bit of that in us, I think, to a certain degree. You know, but you know, we see where it's extra hot and
like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, when I'm in the hood now, you know what I'm saying? When I see the half gallons pop out and I see it get about halfway gone, that's my cue. You know what I'm saying? I leave before the shit even gets started because I know when it's about to get started pretty soon. My radar is real good. And you know what I'm saying? I like you said, it's about being aware of your surroundings. So, you know me, I'm very observant. I'm always looking around and peeping the scenery and the body language of everybody and the whole get down. So, you know, I mean, shit, when it's cool, when it first crack off, that's when you catch me. You know, I'm the early one. You know what I'm saying? And by the time I get home, I get the phone call. Oh man, such and such happened. You know what I'm saying? I always get the phone call. I ain't never present. I don't see the fights. I don't give a damn about none of that.
Man, let me tell you something. I don't want to see none of that no more, or be a part of, or in part. I don't want to know. Man, that's just fucking insane. Just the anxiety that it causes being around that type of shit, bro.
Yeah,
I'll just remember that shit,
I
bro.
stays out the loop. Like, man, when we was deeply immersed, like everything that happened right now.
No. That's what I'm speaking off of, bro. Like, exactly. I mean, I feel all that. Want to be around, you want to be amongst the people and stuff like that. But I'm just talking to. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, other than you need to keep your head on a swivel. But I'm talking about just how you feel, just
the nonsense of it. Yeah, no, I'm with. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you. Like, now, bro, I don't want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want to be around now. But when they get ignorant, or when it's, you know what I'm saying, I'll leave before it even get that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cut.
I mean, my people was already like that. So when I'll be around them motherfuckers, if you know what I'm saying, it's already
it's I'm gone by midnight. Like, I'm cool. Like, and excuse me, I take that back, because I'm not going to the fucking club anyway. If I go to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's far in between. But yeah. I mean, shit, even when I was a teen, I never did house parties. I never did none of that shit, bro. Like,
for real?
I did
never.
Yeah, I did the house parties.
I didn't do none of that shit, bro. I was cool, because I know my tip. I know where shit go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I went to a couple, bro.
I'm gonna hit one of the chicks, because I'm only going to the party anyway to get on one of the chicks. So I'm gonna tap their line anyway. You know what I'm saying, on the after tip, and it's already set up.
Right. So it's like they said, officers were called out to 2000 block of Northeast Lombard at 9:12 on reports of a shooting. Officers arrived at the scene and found a woman dead. Police said detectives and criminologists were processing the scene and found a second person, a man, dead nearby. The medical examiner will confirm the identities of the man and woman who died, as well as the cause and manner of death. So do we know how they died, Jax? Because this is 17 hours old from what
they got shot.
Gunshots. Okay. They probably ran, and that's probably why they was scattered where they were, or found where they were.
Damn.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine that, man. You running for your life, literally.
And then bullets can run faster than you. I mean, shit, you could think from a perspective of hunting, or whatever, game or something, and then you got people out here, man, this shit vicious. I mean, I want to know more of the background, like what were they involved with, or was this like a mistaken identity type of situation or something?
Whatever it is, it's some bullshit.
Absolutely bullshit. I mean, like, nigga, like I said before, we've been doing the show for a minute, and I would say about 70% of the shows that we've done on the PDXDOPE Live Podcast have had something to do with gun violence, and I mean, specifically in the town that we live in. When we were growing up, the gang thing, was real heavy. It's still heavy now, obviously, but it wasn't. The 90s was kind of like the late 90s was where it was at its height, and then it just like it exploded. Higher than I never thought it would be like this fucking bad, or could see it. I know it's like that in other places, but I couldn't see it happening for Portland. What do you guys? What about you guys?
I mean, I never would have guessed that the homicides would be the way they are right now. I mean, since COVID, let's just say the last 2.5 years.
Right.
I mean, it's been record breaking.
Well, I can say it doesn't surprise me, and I can say I kind of see it coming from the aspect of like y'all's generation, right? That say the people that gang banged, y'all's parents weren't gang members. You see what I'm saying? So it started with y'all. You see what I'm saying? Versus now, it's niggas gang banging with their parents. You see what I'm saying? They from the same hood. They sons, they daddy's deuce, and that type of shit. So. Now it's just a generational thing. So, when y'all generation started, you know what I'm saying, y'all just start until y'all's teens, y'all's later years in life. Now they being groomed in this shit from the day they come out the womb.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. So now you got a kid that's already, it's in his blood. He growing up.
Yeah,
He already,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. I mean, if you really think about it now and think about all the players from certain gangs, and I mean, they all related and they daddies, and you know what I'm saying? It's just, and they all little such and such and little whoop-de whoop. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of what, and now they old enough to have kids. Same thing with their kids. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like ain't no getting mixed in. Ain't no, you just went and met a group of friends and then you started doing what they was doing. Nah, you've been gangbanging with your relatives since diapers.
Right.
Literally. Well, I wouldn't say gangbanging, but I'd say trying to be gang members. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Mimicking what you see in your environment. Yeah. You know. You would think that
shit by the end, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you think about it, if you've been throwing up the B or the C, whichever one, since you've been 1-2 years old, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
By the time you 12, you feel like you done graduated. You feel like you were OG in this shit.
Right.
Like far as you're concerned, you've been doing this 10 years. You see what I'm saying? Like, so now shooting somebody, it's nothing.
Right. I'm ready to go. That is that's a crazy thought. When you unpack that. Damn. Generation of, but it's like, it's considering all the things that we've seen in our generation or whatever, and all the music, like, the message, being in the streets when it pertains to, Black people in the inner cities and dealing with that stuff. You would think that, it's like you have the blueprint to avoid these certain things, to not even get involved with these things. But, we still, it still ends up impacting us, heavy. And that's a trip to me. That's just continual,
I mean, yeah, but I mean, nowadays on the flip, I mean, it's around you and it's emphasized, you know what I'm saying? And magnified to, I mean, no matter, like, perfect example, like me, like I used to try to my damnedest to monitor and what my kids listen to as far as music and that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you went in the same household as another parent, like that shit's next to impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everywhere. They friends, the internet, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't care how many filters you put on shit, like it's there, bro. And it's available, it's accessible, and it's, you know what I'm saying, what everybody doing. So essentially, you know what I'm saying, even if you really don't want to be on that, you kind of low-key got to be on that. You see what I'm saying? Not necessarily the gang aspect of it, but just it's whatever type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's wild out in Portland. It's really wild out in the streets of Portland, though, man. And it's not even just I want to make this thing totally about guns, though, but it's just like you think about homicidal violence. People being beat to death, stabbed.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
there's a lot of those crimes too. The gun part always takes center stage or is in the front of everything. Homicide is homicide, so they report it. But guns is so political.
But the hands, it started from young, bro. These kids nowadays, bro, are fucking awful and they're mean as shit, bro. Like, have you seen? No, I mean, seriously, bro. Like, watch how a 6-year-old will cuss you out nowadays versus y'all's days. It's like, or my day, like, it's different, bro. Like, it's different as fuck. Like, they expose, like I said, they exposed to so much shit. They so like. They like it's crazy, bro.
Vicious.
I'm talking about vicious. I mean, listen to this shit that's even allowed on the radio. I mean, just move like these motherfuckers is, and they mean, bro. Like they like. I tell people all the time, and if I'm not saying promote your kid fighting or none of that shit, I'm not saying that. But you better make sure your kid know how to take care of themselves and is willing to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's a huge chance that they can fall victim fucking with some of these kids, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Like for real. Like if you just sit back and just listen to some of them talk and see the shit some of them do, like bro, they're awful, bro.
Yeah. No, it's. I mean, you have just the children, but you just have like just normal people just having, allowing their emotions to get out of control, and then somebody ends up getting hurt behind it.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just saying
You know.
it starts young. Like, look at all the videos we see of these kids trying to fight their teachers and all the like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it happened before, but like not as prevalent as now. Like, it's
No, I agree with all of that. No, I'm just talking about not in addition to that.
Oh,
You have
absolutely.
people that are like in this other story where this Portland man is held without bail in a fatal road rage shooting of Tiger father on Oregon 18. Cats coming back from Lincoln City or something. They fall him down. He shoot this dude 19 times. It was 14 shots. White dude.
Shit.
Yeah, this
man,
happened.
or
I think
the
this
brother,
happened
you know what I'm
last
saying,
year.
that went to jail. That is he sucked that man at that store. You know what I'm saying? And now he, you know what I'm saying, on charges because that man died. Like,
or for beating him up.
Well, they say he hit him a couple times or something, but it was. I mean, the man I guess was like 62 or something. They said the man was deaf or something, and so he tapped the dude on the shoulder in the store, and the dude told him, "Don't touch me." And of course, I guess the dude couldn't hear him, so he tapped him again, trying to say, I don't know what his reasoning for. And they said, dude turned around and gave him a couple, and the man died.
Oh, yeah, like, well, in this situation, it's like, so I guess the dude is a 24-year-old. They said a judge on Thursday ordered a 24-year-old Portland man held without bail in a fatal shooting of a driver killed in what investigators say was a road rage encounter on highway near the Oregon coast last year. So this happened last year. Justin McNulty appeared Thursday before Polk County Circuit Judge Rafael Caso on second-degree murder and other charges in the July 13th shooting of Dennis Anderson, 45, of Tiger, as Anderson drove home from a trip from Lincoln City. Caso ruled that McNulty must remain in Polk County Jail until his trial, according to Chief Deputy District Attorney Matt Wilson. Anderson's father, David Anderson, traveled from Massachusetts for the hearing and said he was sickened by the new information he heard about the shooting, including that his son was shot 9 times. McNulty pleaded not guilty last September. He also faces charges of unlawful use of a weapon and reckless endangerment. The night of the shooting, Anderson and his partner of 18 years, Brandy Goldsberry, had been gambling at Chinook Winds Casino Resort in Lincoln City. The couple left the casino shortly after 8 p.m. and were driving east on Highway Oregon 18 in their Subaru Forester when they noticed a black car aggressively tailing them, court records show. Goldsberry later told police Anderson had sprayed his windshield wiper fluid, which may have blown back onto the black car behind them. The black car, later identified as a BMW 3 Series, eventually passed them several miles later. The couple saw the car parked on the side of the road near a rest area northeast of Otis. When the couple drove by, the black car started following them again, court records show. The BMW drove close enough to the back of the Forester for Goldsberry to worry it would hit them. The BMW then began driving into the oncoming lane of traffic and swerving at Anderson's car as if to push Forester towards the side of the road. Goldsberry told the Oregon Live last year in an interview, Anderson pulled over to the side of the highway near milepost 15 so Goldsberry could call 911. The black car pulled up parallel to Forester and Anderson got out of the car. The occupant of the black car immediately started shooting, striking Anderson multiple times, nearly hitting Goldsberry, according to the court records. The black car sped off erratically, court records show. The medical examiner determined Anderson had been shot 9 times. And so that's, I don't know why he got out of the car, or why he couldn't keep driving and her call 911 at the same time. That's the part that I didn't understand, about that. You know, why'd you get out the car? I mean, this kind of shit's and this is happening at nighttime.
I ain't getting out the car, bro. I'm about to get on the freeway and do a $190.
You know, for real.
The fuck you talking about?
Yeah, he got out. And so
I guess he thought he had a Superman cape on.
did he have a gun?
I don't know.
Man, I don't. It says, yeah. But they say the police recovered McNulty's car and gun, which a father and son found in a community green space about a block from McNulty's parents' house in a plastic sealable bag with a fully loaded magazine and a round in the chamber, court records show. Police arrested McNulty at his home last September 9th. They found him with a loaded AR-style rifle in the bed next to him, according to the court records. During his 7 months at Polk County Jail, McNulty has repeatedly been aggressive and threatening towards other inmates and jail staff, including attacking another inmate in January. Court records indicate he has pleaded not guilty to a harassment charge in that case. David Anderson said he is planning to travel back to Polk County for McNulty's trial to begin in December 4th. So that's going on for a minute. That ain't going on for a minute.
Sound like you crazy.
He do sound crazy, right? Like, this motherfucker's insane.
Yeah. I mean, them guards, I don't know who he, trying to mix with, but I mean, you got them dudes that been in there for a while. I mean, it ain't nothing for them to get them guards a couple dollars, man, and hit the corner, and next thing you know, man, you getting stabbed and shanked and shit. I mean, goddamn.
Man, listen, I read that earlier today when I was putting the story together because I was, I wanted to know what was happening with that. And I was like, damn, bro, like this motherfucker was insane. He ain't, he's not getting out, bro.
Ignorant.
He's just ignorant for no reason. Just on some stupid shit, though.
Mm-hmm.
But that road rage thing, man, and that's just like that. Just that case right there alone, it's like that happens a lot, and it's like you gotta fucking drive away, man. I don't give a fuck if you can whoop the motherfucker's ass. You feel like you can whoop their ass or do something to them. It's just walk away. Even if you get the upper hand and you end up getting the W, you kill them. What is that really worth? You know what I mean? Other than you being attacked and you have no other choice or option then you have to strike in that manner, though. But, to chase somebody down and to confront somebody, and I'm not sitting there, I'm guilty of that, and anything could have happened. But me in that moment, so caught up and blinded by my, my ego, that I get killed by somebody who I'm now threatening. Or coming at it in a threatening manner. Motherfuckers petrified already as it is. You go around like, oh my God, he's angry. You know how they act towards you when you come in the room or whatever. It is just some of the things that you continually see. But then if it's some extra added on to that and some attitude, nigga, they gonna pull their gun out, or they want to call the cops on you, right? So just imagine that, and so it's like I have to tell myself that shit all the time when I be talking shit, just on the road when somebody do something out there, you might blow your horn or, you're back and forth and that type of shit, man. You got to try to resolve that quick. You got to de-escalate that quick.
That's hard, man. I ain't gonna lie, because Yolanda, you can't be doing that now. If I got my pistol with me, bro, I'm gonna lay on that motherfucker. I just sometimes I ain't saying this right, but shit, sometimes, man, shit.
Listen,
I lay on it a little extra.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is it's like to the point to where you chasing a motherfucker down, trying to run somebody up off the road, all that, you gotta, when you in your own vehicle, you already in somewhat of a safe space. Now, if they didn't have no firearm on them or nothing like that, that's unfortunate, because then maybe he would have handled that differently or went about that differently, but it sounds like these young people was the aggressors and they turned nothing into something. What does it sound like to me? They was looking for a reason to fuck with somebody. And they just unfortunately happened to be the couple that got it. That's what I think. Yeah. But I don't, unless there's some other side of the story, more evidence to come out, was the man being aggressive back towards them, or whatever. They said that he pulled over to call 911. What was the point of pulling over to call 911? Bitch, you can call 911. I'm fucking driving.
Yeah.
The fuck I need to get out the car for. So that wasn't even a good move to make in the first place, from what we know.
Right.
What the fuck, bitch? I'm gonna keep driving. I'm scary. I'm gonna keep fucking driving, especially if I think these motherfuckers got fucking firearms, bro. Bitch,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll this motherfucker, call 911 and give him the description. Now, what you getting? You stopping and getting out your car? Did you have a weapon on you, thinking that you was gonna approach them and you felt protected, and you thought that was the move to make?
Right.
I don't give a fuck. This is 2023. You can't do that shit no more, man. You better keep going, man. You better drive until you ain't got no gas no more. What I'm saying, until
no, I understand. I get
help,
you.
but I'm not finna stop my car and get out with a motherfucker who I've been going back and forth. I don't even know this person. Right. And this ain't the first time something like this has happened. This happens all over the country, and it's and a lot of times, but just in this particular situation, why did you stop your car? Fuck that. Keep going. Bitch, call 911 like you were supposed to do. I pulled over so we can call 911. He got out the car and got lit up. That don't even make no sense to me, man. It just don't.
Right.
And I think that was the fatal mistake in this here situation. Because you were dealing with some fools too. Everything lined up, but that was fucking stupid. No way. Unless the car break down or something weird like that, what the fuck are we stopping for? But they got the guy, and the guy seems, like you said, a little bit crazy. So they'll take care of him.
Yeah, they got something for his ass. Like they say, you ain't got to do all the time. Just do what you can.
Right on. Just hang it up.
Man, I'm trying to figure out how the little young cat, especially for doing a robbery, homicide, home invasion in Beverly Hills, they only get 4 years. You's a bad motherfucker, boy.
That sounds like somebody been talking.
I don't. The Pop Smoke case, they just sentenced one of the cats. He got 4 years in 4 years in a jail place. He was 17 when he did his role. He's 20 now. I said he got off like a motherfucker, bro. Like,
how old was he when he did it?
17.
So that's like Measure 11 still.
And you run up in a Beverly Hills mansion and kill a rap star and rob him and murder him.
So one of the men involved in the killing, involved in the killing of Pop Smoke has pleaded guilty and sentenced to 4 years in prison. The Los Angeles Times.
How many years?
4 years.
4?
So he's one of the men involved in the killing of Pop Smoke. So now there's going to be layers to this. It ain't just that.
And he's not going to prison. He's going to some kind of juvenile facility.
Yeah, somebody been talking, nigga.
Anyway, so on Thursday, April 16th, Judge Christopher Smith sentenced a 20-year-old defendant to 4 years in a juvenile treatment facility. After the sentencing, Smith addressed the young man, asserting that he would pay for his crime. Anyway, it says that's paying for your crime. Okay. I don't know how you and your friends can even came to the idea to rob someone whose life was taken unnecessarily. The judge says Mr. Jackson is not returning. His life is done because of what you and your friends did. You owe. Don't try to sound all, like you give a fuck. Say you give this motherfucker 4 years and you're saying this to him like that's supposed to. He's gonna cry. It says the unarmed man who was a teen at the time of the crime was the first to admit guilt of the 4 males. So he was unarmed. That has something to do with it.
They got him out the shower and killed him.
Know what I'm saying?
And the little niggas was gang members. The little niggas is little, I guess they from Hoover or some shit. They sold the fucking watch for $2,000, bro.
Yeah, well, the unarmed man who was a teen at the time of the crime, he said was the first to admit guilt out of the 4 males. So what I'm saying is he didn't have no weapon in this situation. Is probably part of the reason why, or how they made sense of this thing. It's the first to admit guilt of the 4 males charged in the death of Pop Smoke, Nee, Bashar, Baraka, Jackson. The other 3 defendants were 2 juvenile defendants aged 15 and 17 at the time of Jackson's death, and Corey Walker, aged 19. All have yet to stand trial, so they still got more to go. While Walker's name has been revealed, a judge has issued a court order blocking media from identifying the case's other minor defendants. In February 2020, Jackson, 20, was on a 4-day trip to Los Angeles at the time of his passing. The NPR rapper posted a picture of his Instagram of a gift bag from Amari. However, the photo included his address, and that night, a group of individuals broke into the artist's bedroom. The 4 figures encountered him in the shower, where one of the suspects, the 15-year-old, pistol whipped Pop. He then shot the artist 3 times, resulting in his death. According to the court testimony, the intruder stole Jackson's watch, a diamond-studded Rolex they sold for $2,000. How much is that watch worth?
That's what I was talking about. The nigga, what are we talking about? And I know, we both know there's plenty of motherfuckers that have went and did a robbery homicide. As a matter of fact, I personally know some, you know what I'm saying, and weren't a shooter, and you're in jail for fucking murder, ho. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? Like, I don't want to hear, you went there to perpetuate a robbery and it turned into a homicide. You motherfuckers went and was gang members. You bragged about it with your gang. All this shit, like, I'm not advocating. I mean, he got off. It is what I'm just saying, like he definitely, like, shit, he skated for sure.
Yeah, well, it's one of the things, though, man. You think about the way of the world and, what people are asking for. They want people to be a little bit softer on crime, and,
Man, that's real. That's like
crab
butter.
Look where they're at, but look where they're at, though. Look where they're at, though. That's like L.A. area, that kind of shit, man. That's blue as ever. But anyway, I think that because they're youth, they were used at the time.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, on top of that, this murder didn't happen on Slauson. It happened in Beverly Hills, bro.
Yeah, well. They probably giving back, doing something. Here you go. We're gonna just give you 4 years.
I don't know. Shit. Shout out. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
They have some great lawyers. I don't know, man. I just think it's because their juveniles had a lot to do with it. It had to be. That don't even make any sense to me. I mean, they robbed this dude, and he dies in this robbery, and you get a Rolex watch. Like, the nigga shot him 3 times. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, these niggas is just sorry. And these is, like Don said the other day when we was live, and she was just like, all the motherfucking sperm, motherfucker, you the one that made it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're talking about stupid people, the dumb motherfuckers, and then, the dumb people that are alive when you think about the process of getting here.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, these motherfuckers made it through. It's like, that's the thing. You see them, I can't believe you. How did you make it through? You have to been a whole bunch of dumb sperm from where your motherfucker came from for you to get through, nigga.
Just a waste of a life, a space.
Right,
I understand.
Right. Man, listen.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it is blow me, especially being where it happened, especially being that they're documented gang members with all this shit. Like, I ain't outraged because, I'm not a jail advocate, but I'm just saying, like, it just blow me. Like, I would never would have thought.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, I don't feel like it. I mean, I don't like it at all. Yeah, because it sets a bad precedent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, man, you don't have to be an advocate for jail. That's
why I said I'm not mad at you. I mean, if they
no. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's like to me, but it's just like, how does this kind of shit happen? You know, what the fuck you be 4 years, bro?
Yeah, he
Oh,
definitely
Don said straight sex accident. It's what you call it. Ebony, Pam, Geneva in the building. What's happening, y'all? We just over here chopping it up, talking about this crazy shit that's going on in the world. That's what we do on a Friday PDXDOPE Live Podcast. So you know, this is when YouTuber, I see his shorts all the time. He got shot playing a prank. And I always knew, I was like, you motherfuckers keep on playing.
Now, which dude is it?
Fuck you up. I'm pulling.
Is it the light skinned guy that be touching on people's girls like on the face and shit?
I don't know, bro. He seemed like he would have been shot a long time ago.
The dude I'm talking about, man. There's some dudes that grabbed him up, man.
Ain't that him right here throwing up the peace sign? On the screen.
The dude I'm talking about, he mixed.
But I'm talking about who is the dude?
That's him, Jax. That's him.
Yeah.
He got shot.
Yeah, he got shot in the stomach. Fucking around.
Yeah, let's see some of his shit.
That's him right there. Let me find that, but let me pull a YouTube story though. But yeah, that's the dude fucking around with people. I think Jackson with this story is like, oh, this ain't the right.
They say you play stupid games.
Nigga, listen, he got what fucking around, man. I'm glad he didn't die though. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, motherfucker, you gonna die if you keep on playing. Because people was like, they said that they might not even bring charges on the dude that shot him. Because they said that he was fucking agitated. You know how they be? They in your space and they start fucking around playing with you and shit. You know, and this motherfucker's like, leave me alone, man. Get off me, bro. Back the fuck up off my space. He has a right to do that. He don't know what you're about. He just got fucking frustrated and he shot your ass because you was in his face fucking with him. We gonna see though. Wait, hold on. Let me stop that. Yeah, that's the dude who shot him right there. Hold on, see, you know that's that premium, baby. No commercials, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know, man. They don't check this out there.
Evidently messed with the wrong guy. Our Matthew Torres was the only reporter inside the courtroom for Coley's hearing today. Brand new reporter.
Tonight, we are learning the suspect is a DoorDash driver who was at the mall to pick up food when officials say the victim and the friend approached him. Today, the defense argued his client was harassed, targeted, and accosted. Alan Coley told the victim, "Stop and leave me alone," several times. That's according to a Loudoun County detective taking the stand for the suspected gunman's bond hearing. 21-year-old Tanner Cook was recording a prank inside Dulles Town Center with a friend Sunday when Coley allegedly shot him in the stomach.
I was just playing a prank, a simple practical joke, and the guy didn't take it very well and shot me.
Cook is behind this prank YouTube channel called Classified Goons, now with more than 41,000 subscribers. The detective says Cook had the phone to Coley's face and using Google Translate to play the phrase, "I think you smell."
We walk into mattress stores and try to take their mattress and some people angry. So you guys at the end of the video.
In his previous videos, subjects react strongly and intensely to his pranks. Coley's defense argued it was the victim who was antagonizing that day, saying his client was targeted, harassed, accosted, followed, and attempts to get away from the situation.
He doesn't have a mean bone in his body. He doesn't want to go hurt anybody. That's not where he's coming from.
But Cook's father says despite what was said, a shooting wasn't justified. Jeremy Cook continues to defend his son, who he says is no longer in the ICU.
I mean, I support my son trying to make a life for himself and try to make a living. I'm some of the stuff that I've seen on there is not my favorite.
You can't choose to fuck with people for fucking monetary gain and don't expect something to happen.
Felony charges including malicious wounding.
Fuck
Prosecution
that.
in court says the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office is considering charges against the victim. But tonight, it's unclear what Tanner Cook could be faced with. And this morning, the judge agreed with the Commonwealth, saying since the suspect is accused of shooting someone who is unarmed, she could not grant him bail. There is a preliminary hearing scheduled next month.
That's
For
bullshit.
tonight, I'm Matthew Torres, WUSA 9.
He'll get bail though. He'll eventually get bail. That's some fucking punk shit. You can't just because you want to do some shit to somebody. That shit's not cool, bro. It's not fucking cool. It's unfortunate he got shot, but give me a fucking break. You know, you said in the words of the Tin Man, I don't hear you laughing now. Dude about to lose his life over something stupid. Exactly. Like, how the fuck do you think that shit's okay? You know, I mean, yeah, maybe shooting him, but you can't. You don't know how this dude felt. He felt like he was, like this dude wouldn't get up off of him. You know what I'm saying? And he shot him. I mean, like, I don't know, bro. It's this. You have the entitlement to be able to do this shit to people when you think it's okay. When people react negative, it's just a prank. Have you at your fucking expense? Get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? If say he would have got stomped out, they gonna say the same thing. It was just a prank.
If he would have put the mitts on him, man, he probably would have got hit with assault.
Yeah. I just don't, and it's like, I'm glad the kid didn't die because I see a lot of his shit, and I think that, and I say the same thing. You gonna fuck around, and you gonna get fucked up. Remember that nigga? I'm Tyrone. He come to slap his cigarette out your hand and all that. Like that motherfucker.
Fuck your wife.
Yeah, like that motherfucker. Like it's like I'd shoot him. You know what I mean? Or we're gonna be fighting.
Hey, didn't he do that to some big dude, and the big dude was ready to whoop his ass?
They had to all hop out and it's a skid, it's a and all
Yeah.
type of shit. And the one nigga, he came up on some niggas. Hold on, listen.
Shit.
He came up on some cats with that bullshit, man, and them niggas rose up and the little young niggas had pistols and shit, bro. Like they play too much. You can't be fucking with people out here, man, got mental shit they can't even dealt with yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to other than to express it through fucking violence, bro. And then you playing around. This is a white dude, just rock this snot, like I put bam right in the stomach. You want to play? Bam, that's your ass. What up, Big Body Griff in the building? You know what I'm saying? Like shit. Funny. How the fuck do you think you can do that, bro? That's some punk ass shit.
What'd you say? I'm here to fuck your wife, long dick style. Is that what he said?
Man, listen, I'm surprised he didn't get into more fights with that shit, or somebody hasn't even popped his motherfucking ass.
I think what happened is he just, like, if somebody said that, I'd just be in shock if I'm walking with Yolanda. And this motherfucker said I wouldn't, it'd take a minute for that shit to register. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how he ain't got, like, wow.
It gives them just enough time to try to tell you it was just a joke, nigga. I don't know, bro. Popping off, nigga, going in, nigga, for the kill, nigga, right off the top, nigga. Don't play with me, nigga. And to that YouTube chat, I hope these YouTube motherfuckers learn a lesson from doing this kind of shit to people. You know what I'm saying? Because pranks are they're terrible when you do it in public. When you do it to people that you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. It's probably just as fucked up, but it's not as bad when you do it to people that don't know. You don't know anything about these fucking people or what they're going through, and you choose to fucking play with this guy on the wrong day. And he's getting the short end of the stick because you can just be all in his face fucking with him, and you're supposed to understand that he's doing a practical joke on people who are unwitting to what's going on to his practical joke, and that's okay. Or he overreact. Now they want to tell you how you're supposed to react when a motherfucker's in your safe space, in your personal space, you know, and he don't get no bail. You know, that's fuckery to me. He should get bail, charge him, do what you got to do. But there's no case here. This motherfucker shouldn't have been fucking with him. He told you to get away from me and to stop. If that had been a woman, then what would we be talking about? Harassment. Anyway, they got what it. To me, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I think the prankster is gonna learn a lesson, but he got what he deserved. Fucking around, just knock it off. Find some better shit to do.
Man, fucked around. I got fucked around.
Man, listen. You know, so there was a man in California that killed a hostage, and he wounded a cop.
Nah, where is it at?
Bro, you're just seeking a murder, bro. You're fucking awful.
Listen, dude. Listen, let me explain something to you. Like, I know you say that, but I'm gonna just say like this. So this is stories these are the stories that pop right up that I look at right there. I look through the stories. I mean, there's stuff on there that I'm, you know, that I mean, but this is what comes up. I mean, you should see.
What do you think about the LSU women going to the White House?
What do you mean? They supposed to go. They won a championship.
Well, no, because originally Jill didn't invite them. She invited the losing team.
No, she said they should bring them.
They could both come.
Yeah, she didn't originally invite them. It was
when did the losing team ever come?
Exactly.
Never, bro.
Yeah.
We know shit. I talked about that earlier in the week. That doesn't even make any fucking sense to me.
That's why what's her name says she ain't going. They ain't going.
Man, listen, they're going, I guess now.
Yeah, who? They are now, but
who, LSU?
Because what you call it ain't going. But that's what I said last week. I was telling Jermaine, I was like, I wouldn't go to that shit. And if I was LSU and they offered to do that for the other team, I wouldn't show up.
Nope.
Either way you looked at it, I wouldn't give a fuck if they were saying, "Oh yeah, you know, introducing Iowa." You know, they here too. Like, what the fuck? And none of them Iowa players want to be there under those fucking circumstances. That's some bullshit.
Right.
These women compete. They work out. They worked hard all fucking year to win a championship, and then all of a sudden, you motherfuckers want to slap them in the face by saying it because this bitch she's out of touch with athletics. She's on some, oh, they just played so well, and I think that they should be a part of the White House visit. No, they should not.
That's
participation trophy. Thank you. But not with none of that punk shit. Fuck you mean. And then women, it's a slap in the face to women's sports. For you to come in here and talk that old rainbows and lollipops bullshit. What are you talking about? This is competition. This is what these women do. You know what I mean? And you want to talk about if she comes in there, that's all them. They've been roasting her motherfucking ass. Like, bitch, that's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. Because you like a player. And that's why they upset in the first place. You got these black girls, it ain't really about race, but it's about race. You know what I'm saying?
It's about race with this shit right here.
I know. And they mad at the girl for doing the thing. You know, okay, yeah, it wasn't the best sportsmanship, but is it really a big fucking deal? No.
They've been doing that shit back and forth.
Hey, that girl started it.
Listen, the thing is, bro, she was doing it, and then Angel Reese was talking about, well, she did it to my girl and and all that old bullshit, whatever that means. But that's why she did it to her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like Caitlyn, she said, hey, you know, it is what it is. I mean, she shouldn't get no fucking smoke for what she did. It was competitive. We weren't the only ones out here talking trash on the court. You know, it's a competition. This is what we're doing. She didn't feel bad. I mean, she didn't make no excuses about it, you know, or go in on her about that shit. You know, for real. What's up? Claire's in the building. And the player Caitlin from Iowa said she wouldn't go if they offered it. Yeah, I know. I talked about that. I know any real fucking competitor ain't gonna accept that bullshit. Only a sucker gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
A sucker's gonna do that. If you're a real athlete, you're not taking. You're not. If you, why would you want to be known as the first team, losing team to visit the White House? Who man, come on, man. Oh yeah, but I got to go to the White House, man. And you was the first team to do it because you was a loser.
Now you said LSU is gonna go.
That's what I think Jackson's right. I think I read something on that. Let me see. I don't care if the white girl did it first or not. I mean, no, they both was doing the shit. It's not that big a deal to me, you know. She didn't do it to her, and she didn't seek people out and look to get into her face to do it. See, we don't talk about that. That's how she went about doing that shit. When the white girl was doing it, she was just running out on the court doing the shit. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, if we're talking about who did it first and all that type of shit, she didn't, look at the manner of how that shit happened. That's how I look at it on some real shit. I mean, but is it, should she be getting treated the way or the way people reacted to it? And like what's his name? The political dude, whatever, called her a fucking idiot and all this type of shit. No, I wouldn't say any of that about her, but it's just not something that I came up in sports doing, whatever. But it wasn't.
But I mean, you gotta think they also have a history of playing against each other. You know what I'm saying?
I know that. I listen. Like I said, I don't. That's fine. I get it. They have history. She's beat her 3 previous times.
So I mean, shit. It is what it is. I mean,
it's sports. It's sports.
That's my whole point. At the end of the day, what the fuck are we talking about? Like,
it's competitive. Like I said.
Hey, you talk shit, swallow spit. If you can't take it, fuck.
I mean, what's the difference in that and them celebrating T.O. Spiking the ball on the Dallas Star or trying to at least? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It is what it is what it is. Like, I don't know, but that shit was punk shit.
I'd have to agree with Nate though. When Nate said they didn't say anything about the Caitlin doing it, but made a big deal when the girl from LSU did it.
Yeah, because they're trying to say the time because the game was over. So what?
No, she walked up in her face doing it. It was a difference. Let's not act like if you've seen both of the shit, then what are we talking about? What Angel did when she went. They both did it. They both did it. I already know that.
I understand that. So what I'm saying is, was the outrage of her walking in her face and doing it, or her doing it? Period. What's the outrage?
The outrage is that she went and she seeked her out to go fucking do it. As far as how I look, I don't even call it outrage. What I'm saying is like, when I watch it in real time, what the fuck are you doing? Why would you go walk up to this bitch and put your hand in her face like that? That's what I said when I first seen it, just off of face value. All this other shit. Okay, now, the white girl did it first. Okay, so I mean, that's not what I see. What I seen is what happened in that fucking game. That's the game I watched. I didn't watch her play in the other game and do that shit. So when I did see her doing it, I was like, okay, she's walking down the court doing it. She's not in the girl's face doing it. That's the difference.
So and that's my point. So what I'm saying is, I don't have an issue with your play, but what I'm saying is, so let's make the issue that's what the issue should have been about. Is what I'm saying. Period. And that's where I'm coming from. So if the issue's about that, then that's a whole nother argument, a whole nother discussion. But that's not what they were taking issue with. Now, what you're taking, that makes perfect sense. You seeked her out, you got all the cool, got it. But so let's talk about that then. You see what I'm saying? But the fact of her doing it and the timing that she did it, that was an initial tweet or tweet that he put out because the game was well over at that point. Who gives a fuck?
Right. Like I said, man, she shouldn't have got the backlash behind the shit, but she did, No, I don't know why, Nate. So Nate says, but Ray, do you know why she was walking down the court doing? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know what you mean there. It says spectators, commentators stirring the mess. That's really what it boils down to, and fans and people reaction, and then they turn the racial component onto this shit, and then it gets, then people choose sides. And that's what it turned into, and that's the unfortunate part about the situation.
Well, the reason there was a racial component to it is because the
people's reaction
dude
to
that did it, not just that. The tweet previous to that is when he was Pat Bev was doing the same. Well, he didn't walk up in LeBron's face, but as far as the same antics, the too little shit. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he was saying, "I think this is going to be my screensaver for the rest of the year." And it was like you just celebrated the same type of fucking antics. You know what I'm saying? So how then can you then have outrage towards this?
Who did that?
The dude that put the one that called her a fucking idiot.
Keith Olbermann. That's his name. Yeah. Okay, so then they says she was bragging that she just scored. Oh, I don't know. I mean, like I said, people do that. I mean, even in the NBA, people was chirping back and forth through the whole game. I didn't really, any of that. I would pay attention to it. But when the game was at hand, it was fucking over and all that shit, and I'm sitting there like, oh, they killed it. They ran him. I talked to Irie before the game. And then when I seen her do it, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? That was me off top.
No, I get that because me as a coach would say the same thing. Yeah, like I said, I get your point, but like I said, if that was with a backlash would have been about, okay, we have a conversation.
Right.
But being that it was about the gesture in itself, get the fuck out of here.
Right. Yeah, man. But I think that, like I said, we was talking about this shit, man. And hold on, we got Petty in the building.
I was wondering. I've been sitting here for a minute, like what?
I seen you, and then I went off on a tangent.
Yeah, I seen you was on. You
he
went
put
left
your
field.
ass in timeout.
No,
he was.
No, because I looked at her. And I was about to pull her in, and then
he got excited about the little comment.
He said, "You gonna be in timeout." You in timeout.
Grim said he talking about old girl, right?
Who that?
I can't think of her name right now. I ain't call her a white girl.
Caitlin
Clark. Call it a white girl. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they chirping all over I don't, they was doing that to each or whatever. But like I said, if you up by 17 motherfucking points and then you want to be all in the bitch face, come on. That's what I'm talking about. Like, what is that?
You motherfucking right. You been talking shit. You know what I'm saying? And now you got that ass busted.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? What are we talking about?
Hey, did you hear when she said, "Yeah, it takes more than one person to win a championship"?
That she right, nigga.
What's the difference in that? And then somebody bringing the brooms out when you get swept in the playoffs.
Say again.
Hey, I would have did the same.
I said, what's the difference in that? And people bringing out brooms when you get swept in the playoffs.
Yeah,
like you got smashed. You was talking shit. We swept your ass.
Yeah, I mean, if it's but not all series is like that. I mean, if it's contentious like that, I get it. So what you're saying is this was a contentious situation. Again, like I said, I get all of that. I wouldn't have any. I mean, I don't do it. Or what I'm saying
I'm not like your angle. I get it. You know what
I'm saying? So I'm not on nothing else though. That's what I'm saying. Like none of this.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't have no dispute with your angle. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying in totality, as far as what the actual situation is actually about, is some bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely. But congratulations to LSU though. Shout out to the ladies that won the championship though, because it wasn't just her. It was the whole team, like they said, like Irie said, it takes more than one person to win championship.
They was all killing, bro. They was all.
So what? It take more. It take more than one motherfucker to win the Super Bowl too. But who we talk about? Tom Brady or whoever. I don't want to hear that shit.
Oh, he about to retire, brother.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Or Michael Jordan, LeBron James, whoever. I mean, Kobe. Name a motherfucker. We don't talk about Udonis Haslem.
What's that?
We don't talk about Marty Chalmers, nigga.
Yeah,
We don't even talk about Chris Bosh. We say LeBron and D Wade. Like Chris Bosh when he was part of the team.
Right, goddamn right. Shit. Recognize the king.
So what you saying, Jax, is like her saying you need more than one player to win.
Yeah,
her saying that, like, okay, like, bitch, hold on, you gotta give a fuck. Anyway, what's up with you, Don?
Oh, at work with my face all swole up.
Oh yeah, from the dentist.
And it hurt. I should have called out. I still got. I still might leave. Shit. But you know,
just drive it up, grind it on out. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
I
okay.
feel for you. So
Jack,
listen, everybody. I'm not gonna just let this nigga gloss over what he said to me a few moments ago. Mr. Jack's talking about all my fucking stories that's crazy and all the violence and shit. Right? So listen, so he sent me the story that we're gonna talk about next.
Hey, remember that? What was that last year, man? Where
he was sending all the gore.
No, he sit there. He look. He
bro, but I don't send it to you for you to. I send you and you pick. I send you other shit as well, and you just compile that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You guys, you send it in the same thing in the string. The thing.
Nah, bro, I send you other shit as well, bro.
Is the thing?
Yeah, the link. Yeah, Ivory. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do now for that. I'm gonna spam the fucking no scoop since you talking shit. Now everything's coming to that text message right there. I'm finna be blowing that motherfucker up.
Hey. Last year, bro, I mean, shit, you had all our computers going black, nigga, with all that fucking turmoil you was putting up and shit. Babies getting burnt and all type of shit.
I don't control the stories. No, I sent Ray certain shit, and I sent other shit as well, and that's when he chooses
to
display.
But that don't mean that stories don't get brought up that wasn't on here, because we started talking about Pop Smoke and we went and pulled all of it. So it's just open. But check this out though. So he told me today that all the stories that I'm sending is all
I didn't send you this story for you to put up here. And what story is it?
Hey, this story is about a Florida man. A Florida man charged in death of boy found in the alligator's mouth. He stabbed a mom 100 times. You sent that story.
Hey, if Jackson was hosting the show, man, we'd have to wear all black, nigga.
You a damn lie. I'm the one. Why you think I just brought up LSU? I know we talked about it before.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just all right. I'll give you that. He's barely. He has balance. He got balance.
We had to get a little bit of shine in there, but a little bit.
But y'all heard about that man though?
Yeah.
Don, you heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
He's
That's
ugly.
Weeks off.
His dad is ugly.
That's why he stabbed that bitch.
Before we get into that story, though, I want to share a story. I was on the phone with Don. No, it was after the podcast. We did a show Wednesday, so we got back to talking. I told her that her grandson told me that he was a Crip.
Oh man!
So then.
I told you he was a Crip. I told you.
No, Jax, listen. He said it to me a couple times, and I was like, man, what did you know? You know, we went back and forth, whatever. So anyway, I had never said anything to Don, so I told her the other day. And she was like, what did he tell you that? She asked me, what did he tell you that? And I was like, well, last time he was over here, and he was like, got quiet. The whole mood of our conversation shifted. You know, when she heard that, she was like, that's some weak ass shit. She was like,
but Ray, what have I always said? That little nigga's a Crip. Nigga, I know him like that little nigga's a Crip. I
asked him.
No, listen, go ahead, tell him, Don.
So I asked him, I said, so Kamar, you told Ray he was a Crip? He was like, no. I said, tell the truth. What did you tell Ray? Because that's not what he's saying. Well, yeah. I said so much shit. I don't even remember what I said, but I went fuck off.
No, you told him. Told him you ain't no Crip. You ain't no gang member. You better knock it off or some shit. You said.
I said you ain't no Crip. I said, you know where Crips end up at? They end up dead or in jail. Yeah, because they get murked, nigga. And I told him, I said they some pocket. I said something. I went all the way. I went.
As you were supposed to.
She's like, I can't fucking believe this.
The shit that I said to him that night, if somebody else heard me say that besides Ray Ray, I'd probably be looking at CPS.
She was disturbed. When
Yes,
I told her that.
Nigga, I told you remember Elijah had that, they see me that
TikTok
video.
No, what it was, I asked him where you get that from. He gonna try to lie. He said, I got it from Devin. And I said, oh, you got it from Devin? He said, no, you did not. Don't be lying. Oh, and then he told the truth about where he got it from. It was from this old fat dude that called himself Crip called Beat Name BC, bitch, hanging on your cousin Angel now. And I was like, first of all, BC is a fat punk with man titties, and he ain't even got no real teeth. I said, he's a dirty Crip. And I said, he's a punk. I said, he ain't shit. His kids ain't shit. Yeah, I went all the way in. I said all that. Yeah, I went all the way in.
Yeah, you just okay. He came back.
His kids ain't shit. His mama ain't shit. I said,
hey
everybody.
Man, he might be watching out there.
I don't get what he gonna do. Nothing. Okay. Be the bitch nigga that he is.
Oh shit! She even doubled down.
Oh.
That's she said what she said. Yeah. Hey, so you know who Riley Gaines is? You heard about them?
Somebody was just talking about that name.
They got attacked by. So she's a swimmer, I think, and she was talking. She did a speech at San Francisco State University. I got to visit that college back in the day when I was in college. But anyway, she was doing a speech on saving women's sports or something like that against how their transgender males are starting to compete, or they've been competing and winning. Also, was a story I watched. A transgender woman beat the shit out of this woman. It was just horrible. They need to cut it the fuck out, man. They need to stop this shit. This is crazy, man.
They're not women.
This man beat this woman to death. She's not to death, didn't kill her, but it was just so fucking obvious. Even with the hormone thing and whatever they're doing, that dude went in there and beat that woman up mercilessly in an MMA fight. So y'all finna let dudes just come in and take over your shit? Man. But anyway, this Riley Gaines, she got jumped.
He go with that bullshit.
What?
Y'all gonna let them come over and take over y'all shit? That a bitch.
I'm just saying, but look at so this girl, because she's
doing. We ain't got no rights because we women. Remember?
Okay, but listen, but Riley Gaines ambushed and physically hit after saving women's sports speech at San Francisco State. So she's doing a speech about that or whatever. She's a former NCAA swimmer. She was barricaded in a room at San Francisco State University Thursday night after she was physically assaulted following a speech to students about saving women's sports at a Turning Point USA and Leadership Institute event on the campus. Lewis Barker, Riley's husband, said he had brief conversations with her while she was barricaded in the room for nearly 3 hours. They were talking about trans lives matter. They were doing that, and they was attacking her, calling her a bitch, and that was doing her dirty. She told me she was hit multiple times by a guy in a dress. I was shaking. It made me mad. It makes me sick to feel so helpless about it. Baker said she was under police protection and was still hit by a man wearing a dress. On Twitter, Gaines shared footage she took showing her being rushed out of the venue by police officers amid an onslaught of verbal attacks from the detractors surrounding her. The prisoners are running the asylum at SFSU. I was ambushed and physically hit twice by a man, Gaines wrote in the tweet. This is proof that women need sex-protected spaces. Still only further assures me I'm doing something right when they want you silent. Speak louder. So, yeah, man, they hopped on her, bro. The dude in the dress, he was hitting
shepherds for the devil. I'll be trying to tell you, you did shepherds for the devil.
Wait a minute, bro. No, fuck that. Wait a minute. Where's Scooty at? Because, bro, I feel like y'all just trying to come at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel attacked.
Are you still holding on to that?
Absolutely, bro. I feel attacked. Bro, I was just reading the show's itinerary. Bro, it's It's murder, death, kill, shoot, homicide. And then I'm going back to the thread. I'm going back to the thread on April 5th. I said the world's most dangerous place is the man got captured by the Taliban. We ain't talking about that. I said Leonardo DiCaprio's testifying against prize and money laundering trial. We ain't talking about that. Y'all
that's in the list today. Shows
that's in one of the lists for today.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let's make sure we got it clear. The Leo cap the Leo show. That's on the list, man. Come on, bro.
Where?
On the bottom.
Did you? Oh, 11.
Whatever. I'm bouncing around. Fuck yeah. Shit.
It ain't highlighted. Let's see what I'm saying, bro. Y'all trying to come for you, boy.
Man, no, bro. You out there think you feeling away because you try to put me out there. I'm just saying, nigga.
You gave it up to me. You told me I got some balance though, but Scooby trying to come for me, bro.
Hey, look, man. Hold on, let me share this. I think he taking care of something real quick. Let's see. Let's see this real quick.
Ray, you should see if you can find a story on how mice grow up to be rats.
Oh my God.
Right there, folks.
Yeah, you fucking transphobia, bitch. I fucking see you. Trans rights are human rights. Trans rights are human rights.
Oh my God. Yeah, bitch, she's scared. What the What the fuck you mean? She's fucking terrified. Wouldn't you be? Like, seriously. Yeah, she's gonna cry. What would you do if you had a whole mob of motherfuckers coming at you and you ain't got nothing to protect yourself? Well, at least she had the police.
I would have a pencil or something. Somebody would be getting stuck.
Somebody getting stuck.
Somebody getting stuck, and they gonna back the fuck up off of me. I promise you. I promise.
Yeah, but they they hopped on her, man. Let me pull the rest of the story. Yeah, no, that's craziness. And I've been to that school too. It's very liberal. I went down there. Was it in 92? I think it was 92 or 93. I was down there. And she was ambushed. Just while gangs spoke to the students, many of whom expressed opposition to her viewpoints. Other footage from the event showed the swimmers' remarks being drowned out by a group of pro-trans protesters who had become increasingly loud outside the room. Tonight, Riley Gaines spoke at San Francisco State University to share her personal story of competing against a biological male athlete, Leah Thomas, at the Women's NCAA Swimming Championships last year. Ellie Bremer Gaines' agent said to Fox News Digital in a lengthy statement. Yeah, so Leah Thomas, she still got all her equipment and she was out there swimming. You remember we covered that story too? That was a story we covered a while ago.
What are they doing? Having snack time?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. But anyway, no one cares. It seems like she got out. She's not dead. So I guess if she was murdered, we'd probably be talking about that. So you see, they found out why Coolio died.
Yeah, fentanyl.
Yeah. I kind of
So on a side note, so today I get a text message from Nairi while they at school. Mind you, I took them late because I was hurting. And I get a text message from Nairi talking about they found a bullet in the boys' bathroom.
Said what?
They found a bullet in the middle school boys' bathroom.
Jesus.
So wherever there's a bullet, there's a gun. Considering that majority of the kids that go to that school look like the typical school shooter.
Oh, see, you said she was on Tucker Carlson tonight. I'm gonna have to check her out, Claire. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The school claimed they did. So they called the police. We had the police come and remove the bullet safely and all this so weird shit. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's so much bullying that goes on at that school. Ain't no telling which one of them little kids is tired of getting mad.
But who has a gun though? What kid has a gun up there?
I don't know, because they said they couldn't find a gun, but they can't search the kids. They can only search the lockers and common areas and like the playground, little cubby holes and within the school, but they ain't searched no kids. So clearly somebody had something that goes to a bullet. So a bullet and a gun is girlfriend
And this
and
is
boyfriend.
at your grandkids' school.
And my
Your
son. And so Nyree was like, Nanny, I don't feel safe. I want to come home. They're scared to go to school now. But this is just okay. I'm there brushing up under the rug like it's nothing. So we just supposed to sit back and wait for something to happen?
So wait a minute. Did they send out a notice to the parents?
Not till about 12.
No, but they sent one out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, after I called, because they were like, well, I said, well, I didn't receive anything. Then all of a sudden I have a text message. I have an email.
Do they have they have the bullet?
Yeah, the police have the bullet. So they say.
Oh, fucking way, bro. What the fuck?
And so I'm annoyed because this is like, you know what I'm saying? Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? So I just told Nyree and Devin, like, I don't give a damn what's happening at that school. Anytime you feel unsafe or you feel like something is happening or you see something that ain't right, you call me and I'm coming to get off with y'all. Boots, if you see something, you go straight to the office and tell them to call me. And if they ask you why something, don't worry about it, call my name. Period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, or you find Devin and Nyree and make them call me, and then y'all, I'm gonna be on my way. I'm always off when y'all at school, so I'm on my way. But it's just like Boots was like, Nyree was like, she was running to get Boots after school. I could see her running from her portables outside to the school to get Boots. Devin is running. I'm like, why is y'all running? I'm right here. I'm not leaving. I just don't feel safe.
So they didn't lock the school down or nothing?
Nope.
Damn. That's scary.
This is after elementary. Scary. This is what they're doing. After K-8, my bad. But this is what they're doing.
Yeah, that's fucking scary.
Right. So wherever there's a bullet, there's a gun. That's
my first thought when I hear that.
I was trying to tell the lady I was talking to, and I was like, well, y'all only searching premises. I said, y'all not searching these students. I said, guns are, you can get a 9mm that's big enough that you can put it inside of your shoe and nobody would know you even had it. I said, so what are you talking about here? Y'all not searching these kids in their bags? Well, I was searching stuff, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for it. You ain't searching nothing. Quit lying and playing with my intelligence.
Man, listen. That's why, man, that homeschooling thing, man. Whew.
Right, but I'm not a teacher, so shit.
No, I got but shit, I see why people don't want their kids around schools and shit because of this kind of fucking shit you have to deal with.
Right, like I didn't have none of this going on when Devin was at homeschool. I was chilling, but no funk.
Yeah, I would be interested to know how they're going to proceed with this, or is it just something that's...
to them, it's over. To them, it's over.
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Because their motto is to tell all the kids that are getting bullied, oh, just ignore them. They tell all the kids that are getting bullied to ignore the other kids that are bullying them and doing things to them. So since you guys are telling them to ignore them, how long are they supposed to ignore? Somebody clearly then got mad and came with something. So what are we talking about?
I don't like hearing that. I don't like
that. Doesn't make me feel safe at all with my children at the school.
No. It don't. Yeah, man, that's fucking terrible. Let me see here. But yeah, no, that dude though, they did that to his kid, the alligator. This nigga was a straight demon. I was a shepherd for the devil. Yes, indeed.
A Fox 35 update now. We're learning new details about the case of a mother and son murdered in Pinellas County. The boy's father is accused of the crimes and made his first appearance in court yesterday. Fox 35's Regina Gonzalez was in the courtroom.
Sir, are you talking to me or the deputies? I think you're having two conversations. Are you talking to me?
Pinellas County Circuit Court Judge Patrice Moore struggled to communicate at times with 21-year-old Thomas Mosley, who called into his first hearing over the phone from St. Anthony's Hospital, where he remains in police custody while being treated for injuries. He didn't make an official plea, and Judge Moore believed he was on medication.
I have you here for 2 counts of first-degree murder, sir.
1 count each for the murder of 20-year-old Passion Jeffrey and their 2-year-old son, Talon Mosley, who were last seen at their Lincoln Shores apartment in St. Pete on the night of Wednesday, March 29th. And as Judge Moore read the individual complaints to Mosley out loud, more details emerged about how things played out that day.
It is alleged that the victim's family visited the victim's home at approximately 4:30 for the defendant's birthday party. The victim's family left around 5:15, and the only person remaining in the residence were the victim and their 2-year-old son.
According to the complaint, phone records showed Passion's phone leaving the area of her apartment around 8:42 p.m. and heading to Lake Magori, where Talon's body would later be found on Friday, before Mosley showed up at his mother's house with lacerations to his arms and checked himself into St. Anthony's. After Passion's family grew suspicious Thursday afternoon, they called maintenance to go inside. We learned that they walked into a gruesome scene. Passion stabbed more than 100 times, and evidence linking Mosley to her murder.
A bloody fingerprint on a cleaning bottle, which has been initially placed under a bed in the crime scene, was identified to the defendant. A bloody shoe print with a Gucci emblem was located on the bathroom floor where the victim was found. The defendant's brother stated the defendant was wearing a pair of Gucci slides when he arrived at his mother's home.
Meanwhile, a memorial continues to grow for the mother and son outside of that apartment. They were said to have a wonderful relationship.
She loved that baby. That baby loves her.
Regina Gonzalez, Fox 35 News.
Talon Mosley's family is speaking out for the first time tonight after he and his mother were found dead last week.
Talon's father, Thomas, is charged with both murders. The family telling their story to 8 on Your Side's Trevor Sahaki tonight, who joins us in the Tampa News Center with what the family has to say. Trevor?
Jack, Allison, they are understandably devastated by the tragedy that unfolded in just a couple days last week. Passion and Talon lived with their aunt, Theo Brickhouse Sales, for a little bit, and she got to know them very well during that time. Mom and son had just moved to their new apartment and were hoping to start a new life.
I want people to remember them as 2 kids who absolutely loved each other.
Talon Mosley and Passion Jeffrey shared a bond that only a mom can have with her son.
Did you ever see this coming?
I told him this morning I would have never in a million years when this week started ever thought that something like this was happening. We were supposed to have Talon Saturday.
Instead, the toddler's great-great-aunt, Theo Brickhouse Sales, is planning his funeral.
Adjusting without them in life is going to be hard.
How do you think you do that?
I don't know. I have no clue.
She said she knew something was wrong Thursday morning.
The phone went to voicemail, and nobody answered, and just kept going to voicemail, and my gut told me something was wrong.
Passion was inside with more than 100 stab wounds. Talon would be found the next day across town in the jaws of an alligator in Lake Magori.
But something like this is so gruesome that the impact, those images and the autopsy report and the photographs are going to have on that jury is going to be monumental.
According to the arrest affidavit, a bloody fingerprint on a cleaning bottle and a bloody shoe print with a Gucci emblem were both linked to Thomas Mosley, Talon's father.
I analyzed the affidavit. I looked at it from a defense perspective, and short of any mental health issues, insanity, incompetency, I'd be hard-pressed to find a defense.
Court documents didn't say exactly how Talon died, just that him being placed or thrown in the lake led to his death.
That's my biggest worry was that how they suffered. And when I close my eyes at night, that's all I see was the suffering of both of them.
Now, Talon's family is trying to move forward and appreciate all the love from people they've never met.
That is fucking insane. Yeah, he does look like he's on something, Claire. I don't know what it is. More than medication.
A whole fucking drug cocktail.
Yeah, that motherfucker, man. Ooh. He didn't just stop. He stabbed her 100 times. 100
That's
times.
more than a crime of passion.
No,
Way more.
that fucking shit is. I mean,
That's
then
evil.
but he didn't
That's
stop
evil.
there though. He didn't stop there. He took the baby and threw it in the lake with gators, bro. They found the boy nigga getting consumed by an alligator. That's the facts of the case so far. What we know.
Not cool at all.
Yeah, that's horrible. Fucking horrible. He's ugly.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna give him. What the fuck is his sentence gonna be?
Well, it should be the death penalty, whatever they give him.
Yeah, that shit, whatever it is. He's just like, yeah, Claire, I agree. And he was just stabbing the person is personal. She says, but 100 times. She said, but 100 times has to qualify for something like a psychotic obsession or whatever. Yeah, I mean he lost his shit. I mean, obviously, this is the worst shit ever. Let me share the screen. I want to show his picture. This is the guy. Oh, I don't want to do that, but here he is. Take a look. There's your guy. This guy.
He looks transgender.
Oh my.
He probably mad because he couldn't be a real girl. He just mad.
This is the guy who stabbed a woman 100 times and killed a 2-year-old boy, fed it to an alligator. Fed him, the baby, to an alligator.
It's crazy.
See, that nigga, he smashed that down pretty quick, sir. Shit. Oh, there you go. Over here. See. Oh, you on? We can't hear you.
Oh, I said you said she fed her baby to an alligator?
No, that's a dude.
That's a dude?
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like Whoopi Goldberg's daughter.
Look like crossing over.
He stabbed. No, he stabbed the girl over 100 times, and then he killed the baby, or we don't know how the baby died, but he fed the baby to the gator.
So you know what they should do?
What's
Put
that?
his ass in the goddamn farm with the alligators and let him see how that works.
Yeah, just dump him in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, these fools is crazy.
Do you know who the nurse is for
Yeah, man, I don't know. That's all kinds of crazy. I don't even understand what that's about. I'm sure we're gonna find out. But it's like police records show that Mosley has been living at the home for just a few weeks when Jeffrey decided to have a gathering for his birthday last week. Guests left the party at about 5:15, leaving Taylor and his parents behind in the apartment, according to an affidavit cited by the news outlet. Mosley left around 8:40 p.m. and went to Lake Magori area near Dale Holmes Park, where the boy was later found inside the alligator's mouth.
Ugh.
He then went to his mother's nearby house, where he arrived about 9 p.m. with several lacerations on his hands and arms, according to the affidavit. Mosley later went to St. Anthony's Hospital, where he was admitted with wounds that were consistent with injuries caused by slippage during a knife attack. according to the document. On Thursday morning, Jeffrey's family grew worried when they couldn't reach her for the daily FaceTime call, so they went to her apartment on 4th Street North, where they found blood on the sidewalk outside, officials said. The cutest little boy, man. That's fucking awful. Beautiful boy. They called the management, who unlocked the door, and they found Jeffrey's body and a very violent crime scene inside. The victim was sprawled on the bathroom floor with over 100 stab wounds, officials said. Also found was a bloody cleaning bottle under a bed with a fingerprint that was later identified as Mosley's, along with a bloody shoe print with the Gucci emblem on the in the bathroom, according to the affidavit. Damn. Yeah, they had issued an Amber Alert, deployed drones and helicopters, and brought a bloodhound from the Manatee County Sheriff's Office K-9 unit to search for the boy. When someone reported seeing something in an alligator's jaws, police shot the beast and retrieved the Taylor's body. Jefferson family said, yeah. Wow.
Piece of shit.
Tell the story.
Man, they should just cut his head off, man. Feed it to the alligator.
That would be too easy. I would just say throw him in the alligator pit naked and let it, like
Rip
with 10 of
his
them
ass.
in there and rip him to pieces.
Damn.
The kid, this beautiful kid, man. It's just sad.
You gotta put like buffalo blood on him or something first, though, before you throw him in the water. You know what I'm saying? You gotta soak him in something that attract him.
No, what attracts them is as soon as they hit the water.
I know. I'm just saying, like this, you know what I mean, man? Yeah.
Look, alligators, man, if it's in there floating around, man, it's gonna start decaying. They gonna definitely they gonna smell that. Right
That's what I'm saying,
outside.
but they need to put him in there alive.
Oh, you talking about? No. You put put them in, soak them up, and all right, just cut them in a couple of spots and have him bleeding, leaking like a motherfucker, and then throw him in. You ain't gotta put no blood on him. Just cut him in some spots where he's bleeding real tough in his legs and on his, toss him in, and then it's a wrap, nigga. They're gonna get in there and get to doing that death spin. They're gonna, tag on and start spinning on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Spinning on him. That's what they do, bro.
Put his ass in a room with a Komodo dragon.
Nah, I'd say a fucking crocodile, bro. Fuck a Komodo. I mean, I get a Komodo. It'll be. I mean, I just think that
because all they gonna do is because the Komodo dragon. What they do is they just bite you once. All they gotta do is bite you once.
Yeah, because they got all that infection and shit.
And they just let you, but you like die a slow agony, and then they just wait for you to die.
Yeah.
And then
with the croc though, you still alive and while they eating you and just
but I mean with
they
that
clamp
Komodo, you
onto
feeling
you,
like your body like you get the severe muscle aches and your blood pressure drop, like you die an agonizing death fucking with them Komodo dragons too. But I hear what you're saying, like as far as just the carnage of it.
Right.
You did it to that little boy.
So check this out, man. So this is the last story, and then we're gonna finish this one out, I guess, or we can keep it going if y'all want to. But this is family of an Oakland toddler killed by a stray bullet decries DA's plan to not pursue jail time for the suspects. You guys hear about this story?
Yeah.
I heard this and I was like, wait, what? I was reading, stories today, and I'm like, wow, it's like, where do we do this at? And he got hit in the forehead because of the gang, the little boy. It was a gang shooting on the freeway, and the car came through the windshield and hit the little baby in the forehead, bro. Yeah, that's what happened. And so the DA is talking about less jail time, you know. But I'm gonna play the story, and then we can kind of look at it, and then I'll read through some of this stuff. But let's see. Check it
Well,
out.
the CHP is investigating a freeway shooting in Oakland that resulted in the killing of a child. Officers say a family was driving on Interstate 880 southbound at about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon. The CHP says a child almost 2 years old was likely hit by a stray bullet near Filbert Street. The family stopped on the side of the road about a mile later near the exit for Jackson Street. The child was taken to the hospital and later died. Investigators have not yet named a suspect or description of the vehicle. Anyone with information is asked to contact the CHP.
I think I'm gonna get the other story where they're talking about the let's see here.
Will never get over this a year from now or in the future.
Their son was killed in a freeway shooting, and now they're talking to ABC 7 News about the possibility the suspects could face a lesser sentence. Good evening, I'm Ahmed Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thank you for joining us. 23-month-old Jasper Wu was asleep in his car seat when he was killed, struck by a stray bullet in a rolling gun battle between rival gangs on 880 in Oakland. The shooting happened in November of 2021.
The third of 3 suspects was arrested late last year, and today the district attorney made changes that could lower the sentences these suspects face.
Jasper's parents spoke only with ABC 7 News anchor Dion Lim. She is in the newsroom with the story tonight. Dion?
Dan and Amma, since Jasper's death, the Wu family has been through a roller coaster of emotions. The reason why we sat down today is an internal memo I obtained from the Alameda County District Attorney's Office, which shows Pamela Price instructing prosecutors not to rely on enhancements, which could mean a major difference in sentencing.
These days, Ann Wu and her husband spend their time tending to their collection of succulents and trying to move on from the tragic events of November 6, 2021.
Do you think about Jasper every day?
They just visited him yesterday.
The family was driving along Interstate 880 in Oakland when their 23-month-old son Jasper was hit and killed by what police call rolling gunfire between rival gangs. We were there as family burned offerings at the site where it happened and at his funeral. A close family friend sat down with me in December after 3 suspects were arrested.
Of course, we were super relieved when we found out that the suspect was in custody after 13 months.
Those feelings of relief have since been replaced by concern. After meeting with the Alameda County District Attorney's Office this week, they became aware of new guidelines which could drastically reduce sentencing for those arrested in the case.
If that happens, if the new DA, that's the direction that she goes, lowering the sentencing, what kind of message we're sending to the public.
I obtained this internal memo, which indicates Price's intention to bring balance back to sentencing and reduce recidivism by not allowing prosecutors to file or require defendants plead to sentencing enhancements. This includes for gang activity or gun possession. Anthony Brass is a criminal defense attorney and explained why enhancements matter.
An enhancement adds time to a sentence. If I rob someone, that carries a certain penalty. But if I rob someone with a gun, it adds an additional 10, 20 years to the experience.
According to Brass, a gun enhancement where someone is hit and killed could add the possibility of life behind bars.
She doesn't believe second chance. She doesn't believe by lowering the sentence will somehow prevent them from doing this again.
As the Wus continue to honor Jasper, they consider a permanent move out of California.
Every time she drives through Oakland, she feels the fear.
But what Anne is not afraid of is sharing her convictions in an effort to seek justice.
this is not the only case that's on them. So they did harmful things before, and they did what happened to Jasper. Most likely, they will do it again.
I reached out to the public information officer for the Alameda County District Attorney asking for an interview with Pamela Price. I was told she'd be at a news conference on an unrelated case and I could ask her questions then. ABC 7 News was there, but Price left before we could ask any questions. Her office later sent me a statement saying she was unavailable for the rest of the day. In the newsroom tonight, Dion Lim, ABC 7 News.
Well, we hope to ask her those questions soon, don't we, Dion? Thank you very much.
Wow, this bitch. Like, nah, we can't do that, bro. We can't do that. We can't.
What's up?
We can't do that. Like, I know I'm saying, like, how do you get no time for that? Or that's what they talking about. That's what they're talking about. This is the dumbest shit. And this is this DA lady. She looks like fucking ridiculous. Family of Oakland toddler killed by stray bullet decries DA's plan to not pursue jail time for the suspects.
Don't even make sense.
They don't. And I hope this is but this is per Yahoo News. Michelle D. Pacina, who wrote this. The family of Jasper Wu, an Oakland toddler who was killed by a stray bullet, have voiced their concerns over Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price's plan to not pursue jail time for the suspects. Wu was driving home to Fremont, California with his family on November 6, 2021, with a stray bullet pierced the car on Interstate 880. The bullet passed through the front windshield and hit the 23-month-old toddler in the forehead. The bullet came from a rival gang shootout between two vehicles exchanging fire. Trevor Green, 22, Ivory Bivens, 24, and Johnny Jackson, 34, were arrested in December 2022 and charged with murder, shooting at an occupied vehicle, and possession of firearms by a felon. They are expected to have their preliminary hearings on murder charges by the end of this month. It says Price revealed that her office is working to pursue a non-carceral, meaning no jail time, even for criminals, forms of punishment. The email, which was obtained by ABC 7 News, was met with criticism from the Wu's family and Norbert Chu, who previously served as Alameda County's prosecutor for 35 years. There are almost no consequences due to no threat of service punishment waiting, a spokesperson for the Wu family told ABC 7 News. How would that restore the public's faith in justice system? How would the public feel safe? It says, if I were the Jasper parents, I would be highly offended, and I would be very fearful, Chu said, noting that Price's insulting statement appears to tell the APPI community that somehow we're lesser victims than other people. It says, I'm very confused about this. The nonprofit's executive director said the nonprofit's executive director, although no decisions has been made about dropping enhancements in charges related to Wu's death, Price has reportedly asked the toddler's parents to come in for a meeting next week. So we come in for a meeting for what? What are we coming to the meeting for? What are we talking about, man? Like, seriously. And Clara said, this is unacceptable not to pursue charges that render severe consequences. I don't know. I mean, this is San Francisco or Oakland. I mean, this is the type of shit that you go down there and you murk somebody, you ain't get no time. It says so people can just get away with killing babies and no jail time. How does that work? The laws are not here to protect families anymore or the general public. And it's like, how does the DA have their position? I don't know. This is probably some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard or read or whatever. You know, they just gonna get out. Fuck it. We just finna get out of jail.
There has to be more to it than that. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even sound right.
Oh, it sounds like what it says. These motherfuckers is these motherfuckers, man, like really. These motherfuckers.
Man, if somebody don't change their motherfucking battery in their smoke detector, man.
I don't think it's me this time. I changed the last time I talked to you. I changed the motherfucker. You remember that? Matter of fact, you watched me change it with an industrial strength battery. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just the smoke detector itself.
Oh no.
Yeah, they got an expiration date on them, brother.
Oh, this ain't my motherfucking. I don't own this dwelling, so. You know what I'm saying?
God damn, bro.
I know when smoke go off, that motherfucker go off, so I ain't in danger.
You know it worked, nigga.
Yeah.
That motherfucker expired 2 years ago. And
well, they might
that motherfucker saying, change me. That's what he said.
They better come in and change that motherfucker then.
Yeah. God damn it. Man, I gotta get off, y'all. I gotta finish working on this boat.
All right, yeah, we finna go ahead and close it for the night, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us on the PDXDOPE Live Podcast. And as always, you guys have a great weekend. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you can be up on the pop-up shows. We'll have pop-up shows during the week. You never know. But check them out, enjoy the conversation. But again, thank y'all for joining us.
I'm right here, I ain't going nowhere. Got something to dance to for players and squares. Drugs and booze we share. The smell of weed, smoke and sex in the air. Come and play with me if you dare. It's hotter than Hell's Kitchen, women everywhere. We living it up until the clock stop. Rockin' hip hop, we go hard to the last shot. Or my body drop, playing it in the box. Alright, let me get some clear up top. Get busy,